Today's guest is my friend Caleb Pressley.
Caleb Pressley.
Mr. Caleb Pressley.
Shine that light on me. I'll sit and tell you my stories. Shine on me, and I will find a song I will sing it.
I'm on stage.
Dude, we went hunting, man. That was crazy, kind of. I feel like, or that was interesting, I guess. I mean, there's the only two things I ever say that things are. So.
I say sometimes I say they're insane.
Oh yeah, that's insane.
It was an insane trip.
The thing about Barstool, dude, is I started working there right out of college.
Right.
I went to North Carolina for college. I played
Yeah, I'm
football
familiar.
there.
Yeah, I know you played backup quarterback there.
Yep.
You played quarterback. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
No, I was backup. I was definitely backup.
Who were you back up to over there?
So I was backup. A lot of people. So I went to college with the most famous guy I went to college with, quarterback-wise, was Mitch Trubisky, who's the quarterback for the Chicago Bears. I don't know how much you follow football.
Oh yeah, I like the Bears actually, and I thought Trubisky was a reachy pick, but I think he has a lot. I think he has some upside. I think in the next 2 years he's gonna have to definitely show it, or he's gonna be.
Well, he had a good year last year.
He did.
He's one of my best friends. I was roommates with him in college.
Oh wow.
We had queen bunk beds.
Wow. What is that?
It's a bunk beds, but queen size, so it's like bunk beds for men.
Oh wow. Why don't we have that, Nick?
I'm down.
Yeah. Okay.
King. Fuck him.
Oh yeah.
You guys live together? Should,
but
though.
Nick sleeps in here sometimes, and I don't want him to feel alone. So we'll put an extra bunk.
Yeah.
We'll throw an extra bunk.
Dude, it was
in
great
here
for
with him.
bonding, dude. I got to be honest. Like, I never felt closer to somebody.
Yeah.
Just knowing he was always under me.
Yeah, I bet,
you know what I'm
dude.
saying?
Yeah,
I was
he always
top
had
bunk.
your back. Or
I was top bunk, yeah.
Depending on how you were sleeping. So when you're there, are you telling guys like, "Hey, I'm his backup. Pick me. For
But
support."
dude, I never backed him up. I was always in front of him because I was older.
Oh.
So he was a freshman when I was like a junior. And so I was actually second string when he was redshirting.
Did he ever have to come out because like his shoe was undone and you had to fucking go in there?
Dude, I don't know how else to tell you this, but I was in front of him.
Wow.
So that never happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You moved out here to Nashville. How's that been for you?
It's been good so far. I haven't been here that much.
Mm-hmm.
Fall's like the busiest time of year for me, so I'm traveling. But I've liked it so far.
It's a lot of like I notice if you go downtown, you see a lot of fat stuffed in the boots.
Dude, I told you that. I was like, it's way fatter than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's all love, but there's a lot of fats out here.
Oh, there is.
And mostly on the female side. And I'm not even looking from a sexual perspective. Like,
yeah.
They're just a lot of girls they're on Broadway.
Oh yeah,
and they're fat.
They're thick, baby. They're thick now.
They're thick.
Yeah, they changed it, man. But
yeah.
because it is, they definitely fat has become more designer.
Yeah.
I think the Kardashians did that because they had that kind of desert fat, that ass.
Did you see this story that Kim apparently like cut her ass off? It's off now.
Wow. And did they do anything with the meat or whatever?
I think they had to have, but I don't know what they did with it. What would you have done with it?
Oh, I'm sure she gave it to blacks, man. If you've seen like a lot of her history,
Yeah.
she does a lot of stuff for like the African American community.
And you think they would reappropriate it or just eat it?
Oh, I don't know, dude. Look, I'll tell you this. If I got a half pound of Kardashian ass in the mail, bro.
Yeah. I might sear it, but I might not cook the whole thing,
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm leaving the middle rare.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, bro. I am, bro. And I think I'm eating it alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think.
Wow. Yeah, you might have to, dude. Honestly, candlelight dinner and you're gonna be hungry afterwards too. For dessert. And that's gonna be a hard meal to follow up.
Oh, that's gonna be a hard meal to follow up. We went turkey hunting this weekend, and we went with Michael Waddell, and so he's like one of the best turkey callers ever. So he's got that verbal on him. So you kind of setting up, and then he's like in the distance. He's like, do it. See if you can do it.
Yeah. The funniest thing is he'll be like, all right, everyone be real calm. These guys eat ants and dirt they can see every speck of dirt. It's what they eat for a full-time job.
Yeah,
like
they eat spiders, buddy. So if they can see that, they can see you.
We're all sitting dead still because he's telling us, and then meanwhile he's running through the field. He's got the fucking fan going. Like, dude, they can see you for sure.
So
and he's a fake turkey, and he holds a fake turkey in front of him. Like, they can't see him because he's hiding behind this fake turkey that's about this big. He's holding it in front of him. like an invisibility cloak.
Yeah, we had like 5 guys hiding behind a little bitty fake turkey. Like it was crazy. Because Michael Waddell does not he don't let a turkey live. He don't want to let a turkey live.
No.
Man. He is, when he locks in on a bird, he locks in on a bird.
And he's very, very, very nice and very, very charismatic to people. But that you can see does have that switch.
Oh, it fucking switches
After
on him,
3
boy.
hours, we're like, maybe let's go back and get some breakfast. Because we've been up since 4:40 in the morning, and he was, maybe we stay here.
Yeah.
And kill these fucking turkeys. Okay, dude, we'll stay around for another minute.
Yeah, dude. I mean, if you even fucking mention Thanksgiving, he'll just fucking come on you.
Yeah.
You
He kept
know?
on saying all these turkeys want to do is fucking fight. And I was like,
Yeah.
Is it just the turkeys? Who are we talking about, dude?
One time I was in it was like a first day of class at Carolina, and our teacher handed out a page full of quotes like Albert Einstein, Isaac Newton, the gauntlet of quote people, and then one that was just like, I can't remember, it was like H.B. Scott, and she's like, raise your hand and tell me something about one of these quotes. And I raised my hand trying to get in her good graces. I was like, H.B. Scott's quote is straight up stupid. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And she was like, that's me.
She was H.B. Scott?
Yeah, she put herself amongst the greats.
That's a crazy move, dude. I remember when I went in some class and they told us about Stonehenge, you know, and like, what does it mean? We're going to find out. And I was like, what if God was just fucking with everybody and just set some rocks up, you know? And the lady's like, get out. First day, and I thought it was like fun, you know,
Yeah.
like a fun way to talk about stuff.
And just as possible as anything else.
We had a guy one time on here who beat, what's that? He has like a disease or something where you can't talk. He had a stutter. And I've always want to fight something hand to hand. So I think to me, it seemed like if I got a blade on me or a sword even, I would go out there and fight a turkey. But I think, the little bit of like, let me hide behind this tree
Yeah.
and make a sound of another,
Yeah.
young animal.
And we didn't say this, but the sound is like, so it's basically a horny bird.
Yeah.
Like we're
Right.
supposed to be a hen. We're pretending to be a hen,
Right.
trying to seduce a horny turkey.
Right. That's like, say you're at a rest area, right? And you go there's some dude out there smoking against the wall, right? He's out there just smoking a cigarette. And you go inside the men's restroom or the women's,
Right.
and the window, he's smoking right outside of a window where you can, inside of the restroom now, and you're like, oh, come on in here and get this cooter, baby, Come on in here and just slide up in this slick wallet. You say shit like that, right?
Yeah.
And at first he's thinking, oh, that's some bullshit in there. That ain't real. He keeps puffing his fucking Winston out there.
Yeah.
And then finally you just start yelling like, oh, come and just snack on these titty nipples, And finally he puts that cigarette out. It's like, all right, I'm fucking.
Had enough.
Yeah. And then right when he comes in,
Pow!
yeah, you fucking blow his brains out. But this place, they have, everybody that works there has Down syndrome. So that's like, and people were giving them a problem, but I think it's kind of cool.
What could you give them a problem about?
I think people are saying, oh, this is wrong, But I think it's like, at least now you can embrace it. Like, welcome to this place. We have Down syndrome. Because what I don't like is when people pretend somebody doesn't have Down syndrome.
Yeah,
You know?
too many people doing that.
Well, in our town growing up, they would do that a lot. And it'd be like, Eric has Down syndrome, And they're like, no, he doesn't, Like,
Well,
all right,
well,
Like, well, then he's not doing great today.
yo, his
Yeah,
service
then-
is just slow.
Yeah.
At least they're doing it in Europe, dude. So
then
the
he
service is slow, anyways.
Then he didn't get enough rest, I mean, but pretty crazy. I wonder what other afflictions you could have and also have like a cool place,
And establishment, be incorporated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if they had.
Dude, what if there was a spot where every single person had like herpes? I mean, like everyone in here has genital herpes. They're serving you fucking a hamburger.
Hamburgers and herpes, yeah. Bro, what about eggs and eczema? You just go. The guy's like, "Oh, you want some salt on that?" And he just rubs his skin off like that. Dude, what about Pepsi
No.
and Hep C? You'd be like, "Hey, you want something to drink? Check your crotch." Yeah, that'd be it. Oh, what's something that people don't know about that Hasbulla guy? Like, do people, what is like,
I don't think enough people comprehend that he's Muslim. He's like super religious.
oh, really?
And so
Now, what does that mean? Does he, like, when the sun comes out, he has to be in a certain position? What is he doing?
he's not talking to women. He's not photographing with women. He's not in bars. Like, he's in the United States for the first time right now. He has his visa for the first time.
Wow.
So he's in Vegas, and I'm sure, like, I talked to his people a little bit. I'm sure that he could probably pick up, like, insane bags. Just go to, like, the Wynn nightclub or whatever and just kind of get held up a little bit, maybe punch Steve Aoki in the face or something and get, like, $1 million.
Oh,
But he can't
yeah.
do it
He can't do it.
because
Why?
he's Muslim. So, like, he can't be around alcohol. He can't be...
Oh.
And he's serious about it. He's like a serious dude. He's 19. So he's like fully developed brain, very serious about life, serious about being Muslim. He's funny. He's like, got a good sense of humor. He like likes to have fun, but he's like, he's a devout religious person. I don't think people realize that.
And do they put him on a little rug and stuff every, like, hour and a half? Or how does that work?
Dude, it's hilarious. Actually, what happens is girls will come up to him.
Mm-hmm.
He's the most famous person I've ever been around, ever. And just like doing this job for however long, interviewing people who are like celebrities and stuff, you run into people, you hang out with people who are like famous, and you see people who have crazy followings.
Mm-hmm.
Hasbulla is by far the most famous person I've ever seen. Wow. When he walks through a place, it's like the whole room just like just come in on him. Everyone's trying to take pictures. Everyone's like wanting to get punched in the face by him. And I think it's because he looks, even if you don't know who he is, just by the look of him, you're like, that guy, there's something special about that guy. Because when I first saw him, I thought he was going to be like a dwarf, like a dwarf size, you know, like this tall.
Yeah.
But he's 3 feet. He's 1 football yard. Wow. He's this tall.
Oh.
He's got all that body and charisma packed into this size.
Damn, it's like a baby Snicker.
Yeah. Bro, think about this. Think about a kid like this big.
Mm-hmm.
You can just like hold him.
That's a gobbler, huh? Now think about this. What if you hid behind a bench in the mall and made some Muslim sounds, and then when he came around the bench, you blew him out?
That's insane.
It seems insane, doesn't it?
Dude, there's some people in Immokalee who would love to do that to a Muslim, bro.
That's true, dude. Yeah, I'm definitely. You don't have to drive far around there to hear the N word. Like you could be downwind of anybody in that area, you'll catch it. You know, Reno's bad.
Reno's growing.
Reno's growing.
Reno's growing.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Dude, Reno's the only city I wouldn't donate blood in, dude, honestly, because I felt bad about leaving it there.
really?
Dude, I remember one time we met this Chinese kid, and he'd never seen wrestling before, and then we told him it was 2 guys trying to fuck each other, right?
He believed it.
Yeah, he believed it totally. But the whole time he's just like wondering why they couldn't both do it, you know? He's like, this seems so crazy.
Yeah. Still a winner.
This is a weird thought.
Yeah.
Do you feel like horny guys are more fun to be around, even though you're not trying to fuck them?
That's a good question, dude.
Sometimes I feel like being around horny guys is fun. It's just like, this guy's amped up right now, dude.
This guy's fucking fired up,
Dude, it's like, I'm bored, but this guy he's got natural energy. He's like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, this guy's spruced up. Well,
And I'm not saying that's how I feel. I'm just saying, do you ever feel like that?
Look, what do you say to people who say?
What do you say? People say it's fun to be around horny guys.
First of all, if I'm a cult leader, good for me. I feel like, right?
Yeah.
I hate how they're always like, oh, this fucking cult leader, you know, or
Yeah.
whoever, you know, or like whoever it is, Billy Graham or like Mike Lindell or whoever these people are, you know, like the guy that did the XFL, you know, all that shit. But it's like, I'm in.
Wait.
If I'm a cult leader, I'm fucking, let's do it.
Yeah. What would you do for your cult?
What would you have them do? Or what do they need? What do someone need to do? Like once they're in, how do you maintain your membership?
I think sex mostly. It seems like,
It seems like you're right on the same page as pretty much everyone else, I think.
I mean, the only reason you get into a cult, I feel like, is probably for some kind of light sex, you know?
Dude, I really was never much of a physical specimen. I was always more mental.
The sharp, the brain.
Yeah, right.
That brain.
That was
daddy.
how I got there.
Well, dude, I used to be friends with J.P. Losman when he played at Tulane, and he was more physical, and I think he was, 50-50 on the mental side.
Which a lot of guys are less.
Right.
So maybe that he was good probably.
Oh, dude, I met Aaron Brooks one time at a buffet, and he didn't know how a buffet worked, and and this was years after he'd been on the Saints, so he was probably 10-90 mental.
We were supposed to have ostrich out there. That was one of the big selling points for me is you guys can come out here and, gun down on a couple stretch out here. And I don't know if are ostrich like trans birds or something. They're very.
I don't know, dude. That pink. I mean, I don't know where they fall. I don't know that was a true thing that they were supposed to be out there, though.
Yeah. The people in Nashville are awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome people. A lot of unique folks passing through town.
Yeah.
Some of the best gas station hangs.
Yeah.
I
go get coffee every morning at a gas station.
Oh, bro, you hit some of these gas stations, you need to go during the owl hours, bro, when the fucking owls are out. They got 2 owls land over there at night.
Yeah.
And there's a guy out there and he sees the owls, he tells you, and then you owe him money, apparently, right?
That's a twice daily.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's that twice daily, baby,
Yeah.
that tiger mark.
Uh-huh.
So, dude, over there, bro, that dude you got to pull up just before he sees those owls if you want to fucking do it on the cheap. Sitting around telling the stories, laughing, all that was fun. Even sharing in the same room was fun. I said, when else do you get to do that as an adult? It's like you're back at like summer camp or something. People stay up there just joking around at night.
Yeah.
People are snoring. Some people are snoring out of their butt. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just a lot going on out there.
Dude, you kept waking up in the middle of the night. You would like say like little words, and they were always just like super disappointed. You'd be like, you were sleep talking, but you just be like, oh man, oh crap. Like, dude, what happened? Dude?
I'm just
worst
disappointed.
dreams ever.
Yeah, I was just disappointed in my sleep. I probably was at Hamilton or something.
You just kept saying, oh.
Yeah, I was probably watching the Oscars.
And then Cole, my buddy, his phone, like it was like middle of the night, somehow he turned over and his phone went on the floor. You went, oh damn. like you had just been awake all day. It was fun. It was really fun.
Yeah.
You guys both snored though, and I don't think I snored. I was sleeping if I did.
Well, okay, good. Yeah, lucky you, dude.
I didn't hear it. I turned on that white noise.
What else is, dude? White noise. White noise should just be like somebody just like helping their kid with homework. It's just like things that white people do. Making a bundt cake. It's just an older couple listening to Willie Nelson on their front porch.
Well, you always hear about Barstool like, oh, they're shit. That's a shady organization. What are these guys up to? You know,
for real.
They're going to get busted for money laundering. Like you always hear, like, they're always on the cusp of things.
Yeah, it's not out of the question.
Yeah, they're kind of like the Richard Nixon of the of like online. You know,
right? A lot of people don't know what it is either.
That's the thing. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't know if it was going to be like one of those drunk buses that's going around town and like,
And you got to pedal it.
yeah. I was like, yeah.
Reno, yeah. God, Oh, I will tell you this. We were there one time, huge snowstorm hit. A bunch of chicks, like all our shows got canceled. We had to stay there for 4 days.
Yeah.
And 2 buses of like co-eds, like chicks for like going to their sorority ski trip. They couldn't go up the mountain, so they had to stay there. And we dropped them all. Literally, me and my buddy Jamie Lissa were sitting at the bar like, man, our lives suck. And fucking 250 women roll in.
That's a movie. What happened?
Sex, bro.
Really?
Yep.
Let's go.
Pretty good. Not pretty brief sex,
Yeah.
Winter sex.
Some wrestling.
Yeah. I should have tagged somebody in. I'm good. I'm good at sex. I'm good like the when the guy walks to the ring.
Yeah.
And the music's playing, dude.
Yeah.
And they're checking him down, and the big black guy shows up and pats him down or
Yeah,
whatever.
but that's before foreplay.
Yeah, but I'm good at that. I'm good at fucking let's be ready.
Yeah.
We ready. I'm good at all the intro music and everything. It's just once it starts, I think sometimes it's just too much. I don't know if it's the viscosity or what it is. And then but I'm just not a distance runner. I'm more of a shot put.
Yeah.
Hey, you know?
But I mean that's in the Olympics.
Yeah,
and people can make careers off that. They're not I don't think it's good ones.
Yeah.
I think you probably have to have another one as well.
Wonder if I'd be a good Muslim or not. I don't know.
You ever thought about doing it?
I think you have to be born into it, or you can just do it.
I think you can just do it.
Yeah. Huh.
Would you try it?
Maybe. I tried keto for I guess almost a month.
Mm-hmm. It kind of makes you smell bad though, doesn't it?
Which one?
Keto.
Yeah. There's a little dose of your own medicine there.
Do you watch his movie, Morbius?
I went to the premiere.
How was it?
I don't think those are my kind of movies, you know?
Well, me neither. I didn't see it because, for that reason. I'm actually a huge fan of his, but
yeah,
I didn't watch it.
And I didn't like bats, you know? We didn't have a lot of, I don't think we had a lot of bats growing up around our area. And so I didn't really know anything about bats. And so I think a lot of it, I was trying to just figure out what bats, get the whole concept of it. You know?
What are they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why are they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you a movie you would hate.
What?
Batman.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
Dude, the whole thing, I don't want to spoil it, the whole thing's like bat-centric.
Oh.
You probably get some more explanation and clarity on what it is, but you really probably would not like it at all.
You know, there's shit, you can light it on fire. That's what I read somewhere. The bat droppings or whatever. Or you could light it on fire.
That's just a myth. I don't know I don't know if that could be true.
My girlfriend, her mom, when I went to LSU, was the women's athletic director, and some girl on the LSU soccer team told me that their team was having to take creatine. That's when creatine came out. It was that big hitter.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
You didn't take creatine?
It was making baby milk hard in the tit. It was doing bad stuff.
Yeah.
Babies were having to fucking, really squeeze the tit to get something out of it, thick milk. And I took it, dude. But he said that but anyway, one of the girls on the soccer team told me that the girls on the soccer team had to take it. The coach made them do it.
Yeah, right.
So next thing you know, I'll put all these flyers up around campus one night. The coach's name was Fotopoulos. I think he ended up marrying a famous female soccer player. But I wrote these signs that said Fatapa Hitler and put them all over campus, right? So look, next thing you know, I got a couple of my friends that were H-cappers, bro, a couple of real handicaps, vans and everything, you know what I'm saying? People that were going deep, people at 50-50 on if they were going to live through their diploma, you know?
Right.
So, and I got them to come out in wheelchairs and everything and assistant vans and picket the next morning. So my girlfriend's mom was women's AD.
Wait. The picket, the creatine?
To picket, yeah, outside of the women's athletic
no
facility.
more creatine.
Yeah, no more creatine.
Right.
You're making creatits. That's what one of the signs said.
Yeah, right.
Just really vague fucking, don't quit dirtying up these
their livers.
Yeah, the livers, the ovaries. We were fucking dropping some crazy shit, right? So next thing you know, there's news coverage out there. There's handicapped kids just cheering. And literally there's one point where the mom comes down. She's like, what in the fuck is going on, Theo? You stayed at my house this weekend. Why didn't you say there was an issue? Because I was seeing her daughter. And at that point you heard this van come up, this super handicapped van, a 2-story. This dude was handicapped but flexing, you know? Mm-hmm. And he'd have bitches stay over, you know, and you heard we got reinforcements, and that's when you knew damn, this shit was getting real. And anyway, we made a fake news story out of what was going on.
Did it cause a rift in your relationship?
Oh, it caused her. Yeah, she and I. Yeah, and then they found some. I was using I think Test 200 at the time, and I left some fucking dirty, hypodermic needles at their house, and it was just a bad weekend overall. But
what a hypocrite.
Yeah, it's a good point, huh? I didn't even think about that. I didn't even fucking think about that, dude. I wonder if the mom ever thought that. Yeah, I just thought like, well, fuck yeah, I'm in a dorm. Of course I can do steroids, but you can't make these chicks do them, you know?
All right, so the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
He's like,
The Bible, you got Adam,
Yep, he did it to you too.
you got Eve,
Mm-hmm.
you got their 2 sons.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd all other people come from? Big talk. How do you get the Chinese? How do you get the Japanese? Blacks? Mexicans? Other people? That's what he got. That's awesome. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I like being in there and seeing Glennie in there. And I love seeing him, you know?
That's why I always, every guest, I'm like, you met Glennie Balls yet? And if they say no, I'm like, ooh, boy, you're in for it.
Yeah, it's just such a
He's
you
got
don't
a
see
presence.
that. He does, and you don't see that in the wild. You don't see that in the wild.
And his legend's growing.
Yeah, or you don't see that in captivity. That's just something you see in the wild.
Yeah. And in some ways, I try to make sure I just let him, let him be.
Yeah.
We go to a new city. We went to Tampa last week for Ric Flair.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew he's going to get there a couple days early. He's going to leave a couple days late, and he's going to be in Tampa for a while. Yeah. He'll show up for a 15-minute interview, and he'll eat some ice cream, but he'll be in Tampa for a while.
Yeah, man, he's almost like a warm front.
Yeah. Can't control him when he's coming, and you don't know when he's leaving.
You don't know what he's going to, but you know some people's going to be wet. That's all you know.
So you were like a real king there, man. I mean, you must have really.
I mean, we went 5-7, I think.
Right, which is very good for UNC or Duke football, either one of those.
Yeah, I mean, playing football at Carolina is kind of like being a sushi chef at a chocolate cheesecake factory. It's like, they might want the sushi, but they didn't come for the football. It's for the basketball.
Yeah.
This is someone who said, what would it take to basically make up for slavery? Or this is someone that said that we should do this.
They want to do this in San Francisco. They want to give $5 million to every
There weren't even any slaves in San Francisco.
Great point.
They didn't even do it.
Dude, that's a fucking great point.
San Francisco literally means no slaves.
Yeah, it means without Francisco, dude.
They're acting up.
Wow. That's true,
I
man.
think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I see where they're coming from.
Oh, yeah, I get the understanding, but it's like, yeah, I think, dude, you're going to have a lot of people dyeing their skin and moving over there. Okay, yeah. Bro, I would definitely, dog, I'm putting tannins in. I'm doing everything, bro. I'm taking collagen blockers, whatever I got to do, bro. I'm drinking ink. I'm fucking getting in, dog. Yeah.
Dude, I would do slavery. I would be a slave, dude, for a year or something.
This morning we did like conditioning, which I never do. Like when I stopped playing football, I was like, dude, I'm never doing anything athletic again for the rest of my life.
Really?
I was like, I'm never working out. Like this is the stupidest thing. Like I've worked out so hard for my whole life. I'm never working out again.
Wow.
And I did it for a while, and you start feeling real bad, So, anyways, I started doing it. I'm pretty much still feeling bad.
Yeah, you got to start feeling good, man.
But we did conditioning this morning. I felt so much better after doing a conditioning than just lifting weights. And I asked Will, I was like, why do you think it feels so much better to do conditioning? He's like, well, you just go kind of like you can really exert yourself hard as you can. I feel like that's kind of the same thing with wrestling, or you can't like half-ass wrestling. You get your ass beat.
Right.
So there's something to that. It makes your brain feel better, at least a little.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about, but I like going to
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just saying I said all that, but then I realized about conditioning. I didn't try my hardest at all.
Yeah, I was like, what if I'm not trying?
Yeah, I wasn't. Conditioning sucks.
Yeah, conditioning does suck, dude. And then the only thing I realize I'm conditioning before I get back home, and it's just me again. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Now I'm just alone again, dude. I guess I'll make a taco. Surely you think about women and stuff, yeah?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Okay. So, but then how do you prevent it from getting to that sexual space where you're thinking about pleasuring yourself or rubbing your body on the carpet until you ejaculate?
It just never gets to that point.
Do you think it's because like you have good self-control, or do you think that you were just blessed with like a unperverted disposition, so you just got kind of lucked out, basically?
Yeah, I think it's a mixture of both.
That's the part I have trouble believing sometimes, and I don't mean I'm not calling you out about it, but do you feel like dormant? Do you feel like your wiener is dormant?
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn, dude, well, that's fucking crazy.
Sometimes I think about like just those names, like the strip clubs that serve food.
Yeah.
Tits and grits, eggs and legs.
Yeah.
You get like hangers and bangers, just old saggy boobs, no bras, and they serve you potatoes.
Oh. Dude, when I see a horrible tit, it fucking makes my whole body hurt. It really does, man.
The area between our butts and our balls are getting smaller and smaller because there's plastic in our water.
First of all, even hearing yourself say that sounds really crazy.
But I was just thinking, dude, what if we could figure out a way to reverse it and expand the taint and get it up here?
Yeah, I love that, bro.
You can tell how someone's health just by how tall their balls were.
Dude, I thought about getting my balls completely taken off, right?
Yeah.
So it's just all wiener, no balls. Imagine that, dude. I bet chicks would dig that if you're like, hey, it's all dick, no nuts, honey.
Can you imagine looking at that?
Yeah, but still, I think it seems so much more aerodynamic, you know?
It would look so good.
Oh, it'd be like a Lamborghini down there. You know?
But sometimes I feel like it's like a nice like little bed, kind of like a hammock almost.
Yeah, for your wiener?
Resting. Yeah, it would just have no friends, no one to hang out with, and your penis would end up, not to be gross, end up getting in, touching your butt.
Oh, that's a good point. Now you're talking. Yeah, that's true. You'd have a lot more propensity to maybe do self-gaying. You know?
Dude, you get out of the sauna, you got your blood flowing all of a sudden. You don't even know what's happening, dude.
Some guy's in class, he's just shoving his wiener into his butt for no reason, just because he's bored. Yeah. Hey, Randy, what are you doing back there? Like, my bad, man. It's killing time. They thought you should know.
Dude, I was giving speeches. I mean, I was elevated to the type of character where, dude, I'm not kidding. I was in
That's awesome.
Bro, the height of my entire college career was, and not necessarily because I'm like a pervert or you know, I'm like sex crazy or anything like that, but just when I knew that I had kind of made it for college, I got to give a speech, dude, to this sorority called Zeta, which is like at Carolina was one of the top sororities, and I got to give them a speech at their banquet about like they're about to like graduate. Dude, I was about to graduate. I was still in school, and I gave them a speech about like what they should do, like a commencement
speech. Yeah.
And I was still in school, and I was like, dude, like, and I was inside. It was all girls. I was inside their sorority house, and I was giving a speech. It's online. I mean, you can watch the speech. I'm not sure if it was, you know, I don't know if it would move you, but it moved me.
Yeah.
You know.
I remember there was this homeless dude, and he kept all his teeth in his pocket, and when he would smile, so he didn't have any teeth left. When he would smile, he would just go like this and show you his teeth in his hand. So he would smile like with his mouth, and then he would get them out and fucking and show you all of them. So you got to respect that kind of shit.
These guys who are professional golfers are not even that good of athletes. They
Some
don't
of them
seem to be.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fats.
Yeah, a lot of fats,
I've seen a
dude.
couple of them on Broadway.
Oh, dude, I saw John Daly one night overdose on, I don't even know what it was, gin, I think, and get carried out of a restaurant.
Yeah.
Not even at a bar, dude.
What restaurant was it?
It was 1230 Club downtown.
Yeah.
Now, look, it's a great establishment. It's that kind of place where you could have so much fun that you got to have they got to send an ambulance for you because, you know, your whole vibe is on fire. But yeah, they had some dudes carrying him out. And one dude, firemen carried him,
Yeah.
you know?
I keep on waiting for this to like have like a joke in it, but so far it seems pretty accurate to what happened.
Yeah, and I just turned into one of those people that's just kind of like videoing him. I didn't put it up because it felt kind of embarrassing, but
Yeah.
But the crazy thing was I saw it happen again where they carried John Daly out of a place.
I mean, it probably happens to him pretty often.
Yeah, I think he's definitely become kind of like the cat, like he's like the bag, you know, he's the bag of clubs.
Dude, can you imagine how they carry him?
Oh, I can't even imagine.
You had to caddy him out. Dude, so one time.
How great is Beetlejuice?
He would be my number one. And I've been trying to get him.
What happened?
Well, he like lives in Georgia, and he just is in Georgia. Like if you go down there, you can see him. Like he's in a town. He like goes to the store. People know where he's at. But
Fuck him. Yeah. I'll beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
Dude, they would ask about anything. You're like, hey, your grandfather's dying. Like, I'll fuck him up. Beetlejuice don't give a damn, dude. They're like, hey, what do you think about Mike Tyson? I'll fuck Mike Tyson. I'll fuck him up. I'll fuck him up right now. You don't give a fuck, dude. They're like, Beetlejuice, we heard that Beetlejuice was talking shit to you. Like, oh, fuck Beetlejuice. I'll fuck that guy up. I'll fuck him up. Fuck him.
You know, I was working at Barstool trying to figure out what kind of content I was making or like where was my lane. So I was just trying a bunch of different stuff. So one time, and I love John Gruden. You remember the coach, John Gruden?
Yeah.
You were on an email chain with him, weren't you?
I was on an email chain with him that I should not have been on. I don't even know how I got on it.
Yeah. But anyway, so I was like, all right, this is what I'm going to do. And this is when he was not coaching. He was just doing his football show.
All right.
I was like, I'm going to do a segment. And in hindsight and saying out loud, it sounds dumb. And it was.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just going to find him.
Finding John Gruden.
Like, just find him. And there was no find them and then it was like, I'm just going to find him. And so anyways, I was like doing all this research, talking to people who knew him. And so
just replying to Bucks fans' DMs.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, I'm going to find this guy. Anyways, I ended up in Tampa and they're like, his headquarters is in the Hooters, the original Hooters.
Oh, wow.
Like that's where he runs his show from. That's where he shoots his show from. Wow. And so I was like, all right. So I went to the original Hooters. I was at the restaurant and it's in Tampa and I was eating. I was like, you guys seen John Gruden recently? And they're like, yeah, every day. I was like, well, where's his office? It's in here, right? They're like, oh, no. It's in corporate. I'm like, and that's corporate right across the street, across the parking lot.
Wow. So you're there, huh? And did you wear something nice? You just wore just regular clothes?
Yeah, I just wore regular clothes.
Wow, that's cool.
Early in my career.
Yeah.
I wasn't even at the close stage of in your career. And I walked across the street and I went into the corporate office and I was like, I'm here to see John Gruden. By the way, corporate office of Hooters.
Okay.
And
damn, bro, that's the corporate office too of the world when you think about it. It's the corporate office of every 11 and 12 and 13 and 14 and 15-year-old boy.
I mean, I still got my hat on. And this was I didn't even know we were telling the story today. But anyway,
baby, them tits, boy.
So I go in there and I was like, I want to see John Gruden. They just took me back. They're like, well, take to his office.
Yeah.
He wasn't there, but his assistant gave me a tour and he's like, what are you looking for him for? I was like, oh, I don't even remember what I said. Like, oh. I was here to see him, you know? And
yeah.
So show me around the office. This is where they shoot this. This is where he does this. And they're like, this is John Daly's room. And I was like, what do you mean John Daly's room? And they're like, and they open it up. It's like the Chronicles of Narnia, a wall that has a bunch of books and you can push it open.
Yeah.
It was literally that.
Wow.
You push it open and it was just a very small room, smaller than this room. And it had a mattress on the floor and a little putting thing. And I guess John Daly lives in there.
Wow, really?
inside John Gruden's office, inside the Hooters headquarters. and they say he parks his bus out back, and then whenever he just needs a place to be outside his bus, he goes in there.
Oh, wow. So he goes and stays in a bus also. Yeah, that's almost the most homeless shit you can do, I feel like. Like live in a Hooters and live in be in a bus. But I guess if you love living in a bus, dang. And so did it have like a sink or anything in there?
Yeah, I think it's probably just because people get so, I mean, if you're trying to carry him back,
yeah,
you don't want to walk up those stairs onto the bus. So sometimes it's probably just easier if it's a smaller person. He's at the restaurant with small people, maybe he's eating Chinese or something.
Yeah.
It's take him right into lay him on the ground.
Damn, I can't believe that, dude. See, that's a good top secret way to go about business. A lot of businesses, I feel like, think too much like, let's put the business in this big business,
Applebee's.
Yeah. They're like, oh, every time you go in, everybody's doing Applebee's, bro. But it'd be crazy as fuck if you look under like a table or you move a booth and there's like a Marathon gas back in there.
Yeah, there's just a big computer, John Gruden Gmail.
If you watch the news, it's always bad.
Yeah.
Because those stories do numbers. People like those stories.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
they
people
would run
get
that
some
story.
fresh. Yeah, somebody gets a thing of fresh eggs or something. Nobody gives a fuck.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
If somebody's like, oh, Brandon got a couple fresh eggs from his buddy, 2 people are going to click on that.
Yeah,
probably.
they might run
Actually, a lot of people, if that's just the headline.
It just depends on the demographic you're running that on.
Yeah, I
you know
think
what I'm
that's
saying?
true too, man.
As an internet article, that probably could do well. Could
Yeah.
perform well.
I think, Filipino audience would go big, man. They're really into the fucking eggs.
How was that Drake? What was that Drake experience like going there? Did you go to his house?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And does he have like, how many front doors does he have? I feel like he'd have like a front door, and then if somebody lets you into that one, but it's not even him, and you get closer and closer, and finally he lets you in like a real.
Yeah,
front.
we were in his house for probably 90 minutes or 2
What's the
hours
front
before I even
door
saw
like?
him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. It was an insane, awesome experience. He's my favorite artist ever.
Wow.
Ever. To be able to like meet him and like go to his house and like meet his
But
kid.
who answered the door when you got there? Not Drake, huh?
No. He has his security is insane. Good luck, dude. I would like to see the fucking bussin' boys try to run up with their teeth in there with some guns trying to get that Drake, dude. Good luck. Dude, there's so many. He has the most security. Wow. You ever seen security? Have you
Yeah,
ever
I've seen some.
Imagine more.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay. You're not getting to this guy. No chance.
What, you know what I'm talking about? They had a lady, big breast lady.
Type that in.
Actually, I think we have a blocker on this computer, and I got to get a new one, dude. I've ended up masturbating the past 4 days. And
Oh,
it's-
really? Because when we were at that camp with Jimmy John, you were on a no masturbation. I think you were like 35 days in or something.
I was doing good.
And I was trying to convince you to jerk it off. I was like, where are you going? You're like, dude, why do you keep wanting me to jerk off?
Yeah,
And I started feeling bad about myself. I was like, I don't know why I wanted to jerk off.
yeah, bro, that was a weird flex from you, bro. There's no way you can't. There's no way you can park in front of those and not get a ticket, huh?
Do you think there could be a place where, and this is kind of a good,
Look at that one, dude. Oh my god.
what do you think?
What?
What is she teaching? Dude, is she in whiteface? Go up.
Oh, she probably is, like Lester Holt. He's a white dude. I've always long thought that. Yeah, he has a very like there you go.
I mean, that's white. That's whiteface, dude.
How can you have huge tits and have a look on your face like you're looking at huge tits at the same time?
Wait, she teaches a wood chopping class?
Yes, yes. Of course she does, baby.
There's a lot of wood in there, dog.
Can you believe this? The blonde high school teacher went viral after being filmed operating a cut-off saw in class. Look at this shit. But bro, that's who's building our fucking houses now. That's why there's a back order, bro, on everything. 'Cause this lady got her fucking tit caught in the saw. Was an Oakville school teacher. It refused to identify the educator while warning the wrong person had been named in online reports.
Dude, wait. Say that again. They misidentified who it was. Oh, my bad, dude. I'm sorry.
We're sorry, Miss Jackson. yeah. We're sorry, Professor Arnold. We just had a typo. Dude, there's no way that broad would make it off the dock. I mean, there were some goddamn, bro. Bro, if one of those bounced into the street, a kid would go get it, dude. Those things are fucking retarded. These things are way worse off than anybody that works at that brownie shop. I mean, these are the craziest looking tits I've ever fucking seen. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to go in all of that.
Dude, who sells that shirt, dude, by the way? Who sells clothing for this type of body?
Yeah, who sells that shirt?
Lululemons, dude.
When I was in college, they had a bear. People would bring this bear that had been declawed, and you could fucking wrestle it. And then they had this thing. I didn't do this, but somebody had a group called Fist Fights, and it was gay men would fight each other in a wrestling ring. And
And you did that too?
No, I should have probably. I would have fucking lost, but I think I would have ranked.
Dude, have you ever been to
But you could watch them and bet on them and stuff, and it was like a big night at the bar, you know?
Cockfighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like the original cockfighting kind of. And it wasn't, I mean, they called themselves fist fights. It wasn't like people were like, oh, this is what this is, you
Right.
know? All other people in the streets called it, you know, possibly gay men fighting each other.
What are you doing at 3 o'clock in the afternoon in Nashville? What are you going to do? You want to take a break.
Mhm.
What are you doing?
I don't know, maybe go go out to the lake over there and go run or something.
You're not doing
anything.
You're not doing that, dude. You're not. You're not doing that. Dude, you asked me today, you're like, hey, do you want to go on a run and then before the podcast? I was like, sure. And then you're like, yeah, I don't really want to do that. So let's just fucking not do that. I didn't want to do it either, to be honest with you, but I was like, I guess that sounds fun. You're like, nah, I don't.
Yeah,
Testing-
that fell
testing
apart
you.
fast, boy. That shit fell apart fast, dude. But you know what? I think you're going to start to have a lot of people that are going to be doing this identification thing out of not boredom, but out of I want something different in my life.
Yeah.
I've been I'm not married or whatever, or I want to get out of my marriage. I'm going to say I'm a woman, you know, so then at least easy way. I think a lot of people are going to start using this to get out of different scenarios.
And
you
why
know?
not? It's not a bad idea.
Not at all. Your kid comes home, you're like, I'm not your dad.
I'm identifying as not your dad.
Yeah. I'm Rhonda. Yeah. You look like my dad. Yeah, but look at these tits I just got in the mail. That's going to change fast, bucko. I mean, I feel damn fancy saying this. There's 2 ice baths now in my garage.
Dude, damn, dude. Like, what's even the purpose? Have you ever even had someone come over and do it with you before?
Never. This is the first time. That was the closest thing I've ever been probably to kind of queering around with somebody, I think, dude, honestly. I don't know if that's, or just not, I don't want to say that. That was probably the bravest thing I've done with another man.
And it's like 32 degrees out, too. So it's not even warm when you get out.
Dude, I just feel like,
I just got to recover for a minute.
yeah, I feel like a bunch of snow just tried to fuck me. That's what I kind of feel like.
The weird thing, though, is you feel like when you're in it, you feel good. After the first 2 minutes, you feel like I just could have swam in there. I kept saying that.
Oh, yeah. Like if a seal would have swam up, I would have been like, oh, hey. I feel like it would have been very,
At least they are separate.
the 2 ice baths?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Dude, there's nothing, I don't think. Is there anything more homoerotic than 2 men in 1 ice bath together?
Dude, do you think anyone, okay, this is a weird question. Do you think it's possible, physically possible, after 10 minutes being in the ice bath to get an erection? In it, you can't leave.
Oh, no way, no way.
You can say anything could happen. Like any type of visual, mental stimulation you need.
Wow, that would be almost better, I feel like, than Dana White's slap fight, I think. You know, watching that. Like if they had an underwater cam.
First to pop.
Yeah, first to pop, dude. And we're just the refs on the side. Yeah. But it would have to be a clear tank, you know? And also, I think you'd have to get a certain, like, it'd be so hard to get it all the way to the top.
There's also a school for hockey kids who don't want to go to real school. And it's awesome. They literally just don't go to real school. They do online classes and they play hockey all day
In Nashville?
in Nashville.
Wow.
And they have every age. So we'll go in there after we work out and we'll like jump in the sauna or showers and then we're just showering. There's a bunch of middle schoolers running around making fun of each other's meats and stuff like that. Why is he not getting naked? You know, so we're just in there listening to it. But it's like, man, this is really what being a guy's all about.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, dog. Look, I've been through some shit, man. We've all been through some shit, dude. That's crazy, bro. I never, I don't know. Some kid I remember tried to show me his dick, bro, and I told him no.
Yeah.
And I was thankful for that, man.
But kids are ruthless.
Oh, they don't care.
Like we'll sit in there and we'll be in the sauna and they'll all be like waiting in line to get in the showers and stuff. And it's ruthless.
Yeah, they're so mean, dude.
I'm like, God, he's getting roasted right now. You want to step in, but like, I'm not stepping in.
It's dangerous over there. And when you don't know the lingo, stepping down into a younger age
no.
bracket is way scary, dude.
Terrible.
And kids nowadays, it's like they're so on their iPad, they don't even notice if they get molested, I feel like.
Well,
You know, I mean, I feel like a lot of kids wouldn't even,
yeah. True.
you know, I don't know. That's insane. We might have to take that out.
Dude, well, by the time we get, but I mean, yeah.
Like when I was young, you weren't looking at your iPad. So like, you know,
You noticed?
if suddenly
You really noticed.
you were somebody's iPad, yeah. You noticed, yeah. But nowadays you can't even get the kids' attention, probably.
I go in and they put me under anesthesia and I go on a ventilator. They basically didn't give me a choice. They're like, you want that or you want a trach? I was like, I'll take the ventilator.
A trick? Is that the thing where you have to be like this?
Yeah, it's like, I'll take the ventilator.
Yeah.
So
What would you say to people who say,
and then so
that'd be the craziest if you had one of those smokers things like, what would you say to people who say, are you the throat goat?
I'm on this ventilator and they have my arms strapped down. And I'm on anesthesia, like on all the drugs.
That's Bill
the
Gates, dude.
You know the drugs?
Bill
The drugs?
Gates.
I was on all of them. I'm fucking strapped down. The only thing they don't want me to do is pull out my ventilator. And you send me a voice message. My mom's like, oh, Theo sent you something. You want to hear it? They're trying to cheer me up. Yeah. She hits play and it's like, quit being a pussy. Pull that shit out. Walk out like a man.
Sorry, man. I've been watching some David Goggins videos, I think. I was trying to bring you back. Dude, they had you on a fucking ventilator. You had a sore throat, bro.
All right, so Michigan, Illinois. So we're just going to declare a winner. And you've been through all of these and you know kind of how they got there.
I mean, these two have never played each other. There's the breakdown. We got a video right here from me.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. This guy looks exactly like Theo.
Jesus
Hey Theo, this is Dennis. Michigan versus Illinois. Now, I was born and raised in Illinois, but I went to college at Western Michigan. Go Broncos. So I gotta go with Michigan. Illinois, could anybody really name any other cities or towns in Illinois besides Chicago? It's all suburbs, it's all flatland. The politics are corrupt. Last year, 30,000 people left the state of Illinois because of taxes. And we're too divided. We don't even like each other's baseball teams. I was one of the few people who was rooting against the Cubs in the World Series because I'm that much of a Southsider. Go White Sox. With Michigan, you got the Upper Peninsula, you got all that land. They are united on all fronts. They got the Great Lakes. And if it's any consolation, me, a person of Illinois, choosing Michigan is just further proof that Michigan takes it. Gang, gang.
Dude, first of all, holy shit, dude. Obviously, I came in someone about 20 years ago near this guy's hometown. Unbelievable. And this is me if I was a little bit better looking. That's even the sadder part of it.
It's so crazy.
How does he not mention one time that he looks like me with better looking eyes?
And I went to a Morgan show too in
Arlington, you went.
In Arlington, it was like, I think it was one of his first stadium shows, if not his first one. And it was one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life.
So good.
Not to like gas it up more than we already have, but like the show itself is like an amazing show. I thought it was over like 25 times. he literally finished. He did like 10 encores. It went 4.5 hours.
Oh, it's the longest show.
He was still there. People had left. People went home. He was still singing.
Yeah, dude. He's singing different voices, dude. By the end, he's just up there like, last night we let the liquor thought. Okay.
I'm going through the Charleston airport, and I got a long flight back to New York. This is a while ago. And I had taken a little bit of an edible of weed.
Yeah, baby, huh?
And so just for nothing crazy, but
yeah,
just to get home.
Yeah.
And and I was, as soon as I got to the airport, I probably took it like 30 minutes before I got to the airport. As soon as I get to the airport, I'm like feeling it. You know, I'm a little aware of everything that's going on and not at the same time.
Yeah.
And this police officer walks up to me as I'm going through TSA, and he said, "Hey, buddy, come here." And I was, oh man. I was like, "What's this going to be?" He's like, "Hey, we have these bomb dogs out here, and we're testing them. We need you to walk through TSA, and we're going to give you this little. It was like a little packet. He's like, you just put it in your pocket, and it smells like a bomb." He's like, just walk through TSA like you're normal, and we're gonna see if the dogs notice. So I'm high as a kite, walking through TSA, and I just got attacked by a dog the week before. And I'm just standing there. And finally, it's my time. It's my time to go through the thing. And I'm looking at the dogs. I'm looking around. And by the way, they didn't tell other people in TSA line.
Oh.
Because it's a long TSA line with 100 other people.
Yeah, that's miscommunication.
And so I walked through, and of course, they're jumping up on me. I'm losing my mind. I'm freaking out. The whole airport's looking at me. This guy's got a bomb. Oh,
damn,
dude.
bruh.
My grandma, she watched Fox News every night, like religiously.
And
like
what
that.
happened to her? She passed away?
She passed away.
Oh,
She got diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and when she got diagnosed with Alzheimer's, Tucker was doing a lot of stuff with Barstool at the time with Dave. Dave was going on his show a lot, and so I knew people at Barstool knew him. I never met him. I still have never met him, but I said I would really like to do something nice for my grandma right now. And so I asked our booking people, "Do you think there's any way Tucker Carlson could, like, I know it's a crazy ask, he's probably busy and whatever, but like worth asking, would he like make a video for my grandma?"
Oh.
And he made this video and sent to me. It was like a 2-minute video, just being so nice. No, she didn't remember it at all. I don't think she even knew who he was. But like just the fact he did it, it's like, you know, they're people too, you know. It's like, I know people hate him or whatever, but
Last night,
dude, you
let the liquor talk. That was your grandmother, sorry. She told me to tell you that.
no.
It's interesting, like, people will be like, I'm having anxiety about my schoolwork. It's like, you haven't done your fucking schoolwork. That's why.
You don't know nothing about it.
Yeah, dude. It's due in 7 hours, and you're about to go to sleep. That's not anxiety. You haven't fucking done your work. Like, that's the weird thing about the word anxiety. It's just getting really, really, like, kind of tossed around in everything.
Another thing about Illinois,
Yeah.
how you say it?
I said Illinois.
Because that's how I say it too, which means that there's a silent S, which is in a lot of ways suspicious.
Yeah.
I don't know any other states that have silent letters.
Illinois.
And why would you need a silent
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Because yeah, right.
Yeah, nobody says Arkansas.
And that's evidence due to they're hiding something.
You think?
Or they want, you know what? It's like, it's kind of like they want they know, but they just don't want you to say it.
Well, it's Abe Lincoln country, man. That's top hats. There's people with fucking balancing fucking tall hats on their heads for decades. That's the posture belt.
I think that means you probably got pretty good heights.
Yeah, well, I do get admirable of your height.
Well, I'm 6'1". I moved to Florida and I had to get a new ID.
Mm-hmm.
And I always said I was 6'2" when I was playing football.
Oh, yeah.
Because you always go an inch more. But then once I finally just admitted, I'm like, I'm 6'1". That's what it is. So I go to the DMV, and I had COVID, I think, by the time I went to DMV.
yeah.
I didn't know, but it turned out later. So, by the way, you see what DeSantis did? I don't want to.
No, we already talked about it the other day on here. It's so
insane,
awesome.
hilarious. But
So cool. Some people, I read somewhere that rich people were showing up to pet the fucking people and shit.
But I went to the DMV, and I was like, she's like, how tall are you? I said 6'1". And then she sent me, gave me my ID, printed it out right there. It says 6'3".
Really?
I said 6'3". She said, like, kind of like, who gives a fuck, dude? You gonna take it or not? I'm gonna give it back. It'll be 5'9".
Dude, that's fucking awesome.
I feel like New York City's gotten so gentrified, so rich, whatever you call it,
Yeah.
you know, that you can't even get mugged anywhere except for Alphabet City. You can't even get fucking stabbed except for in Alphabet City. The odds of getting shot in New York City anymore, you better fucking, you're going to have to drive over to
To New Jersey.
Right, over to New Jersey,
Yeah.
right. To really get, like, Hoboken is kind of like a place that regular people can afford to live now.
Right.
Brooklyn, I mean, that, like, dude, I saw some graffiti in there. It was like, Larry sucks dick, right, in the urinal. And it said, but only if he's okay with it, right? Like, they're so fucking liberal. It's like, what the fuck? Are they really going to, like, fight or throw down? They're going to picket? They're going to protest? But now then you get up to Rochester, dude, that's the overdose belt, bro. Up in the ROC, dude, with fucking people listening to Brother Weeze in the morning on the radio and eating dirty Italian and celebrating St. Patrick's Day 9 times a year. Those motherfuckers with the neck tattoos and fucking square-wheeled roller skates, those motherfuckers are getting bent, bro.
I had Boban, you know him, he's like the tallest guy in the NBA.
Mm-mm. Oh,
He played for the Mavs. He's got traded to the Rockets.
Bowl.
Similar,
Okay.
but his name's Boban.
Boban. Okay.
Yeah, he's like the new version, basically.
Dang.
And I asked him, I was like, dude, and we haven't put this out yet, but I was like, when you get, like, how long does it take you to get a boner, dude, to get that signal down to your dick? You get horny and like 25 minutes later.
Yeah, if you got bad thigh-fi, that fucking shit ain't going up, dog.
Now I'm just floating on the breeze, and I feel I'm falling like these leaves. I must be cornerstone.